It's Madden NFL 22, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Eagles coming up next.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. Callaway, the return man. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 23 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
That's a good start to the season. They got the win, and they were able to establish a good running game. Nothing that just blew people away, but a nice solid base to get things started, and they expect that to get tuned up and get better as the season moves on.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Watson off play action. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off near the 26. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 22. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
I was so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working, and they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see. His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Kene Nwangu, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Edwards-Helaire as they run out of the gun. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
We got three, fellas. And 59, and 31, and 59, and let's go.
1st and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down. As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So here are the Jets now to take over. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to Miami a week ago, and they've got the lead right now as they come up with a 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, it was intercepted.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Edwards-Helaire on the counter. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
That's complete to the fullback, Ricard. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Whoa, let's go, let's go.
So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Callaway, the return man. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing again on second down. Watson. Short little throw to Ebron. First down now, but that clock rolling. Watson. Room to run past midfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. What a dimension this man brings to this defense. He had his mind set there that he was going to get in and make that tackle. He really flew to the football. Again, it's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 35 on second down, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw, Watson. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Flush to his right. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So on now the field goal team for Philadelphia. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Santos' kick is up and through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So not the greatest of first halves for them, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
And no chance to get away as they get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Eaglesons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. To try again after the sack, Fields. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. Hard running at the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yard.
Touchdown, Jets. Kene Nwangu. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third.
That's it, baby.
After review of the play, the rules on the field is reversed.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. He'll try again. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Yeah, boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kene Nwangu. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all, and it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, it's Watson. And this one nearly picked off. Yeah, kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's second down. On 2nd and 10, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off near the 34. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Fields. Taking a shot for Samuel. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Here's Fields. Touchdown! That's caught. Henry Ruggs from 4 yards out. And the Jets have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Callaway, the return man. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Watson. And that's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 36.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Watson now to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the 50, it's Watson. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. The Eagles on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Fields throw taken in by Samuel.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Off play action, Fields. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Fields. And he'll find Ruggs on the right side.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
Touchdown, Jets.
Henry Ruggs
with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Sly on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing again is Watson.
That to his running back, Edwards-Helaire.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. Out, 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 out. Check it out. Jim, 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 Jim.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds, right around the 7.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
3rd and 2, Fields.
The quick slant caught.
And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Again, Fields.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.